All right. Hello, everybody. We are live. Ooh, that doesn't look very good with the brightness. I don't know if I can make the lighting any better. Might just be not that great. Uh, is that better down? Maybe a little less. But hey, everybody, just want to first off start by saying Merry Christmas. Happy holiday season to all of y'all. It looks like everything's working, but thumbs up. Stream's going okay, guys? Everything good? I'll wait to get a confirmation of everything's good. And then we'll get on into it. Thank you all for confirming everything's good. Well, that, guys, Merry Christmas. Feliz Navidad. Hope everybody's doing well. Hope the year 2024. Can you believe it has essentially come and gone? I can't. Think about that, guys. I remember when I could not comprehend it being 2024. And now, in only a few days, it's going to be 2025. Wow. So I think, what would be fun to do. And of course, you guys, I'm always here for your entertainment, and I'm here with your support. So I do appreciate all of you, appreciate your hospitality, appreciate your kindness and your generosity through all endeavors and measures. So I have let's kind of, what I was thinking of, first off, what I do with Christmas and what I think is very important. Of course, you can do this every day. I do this very often. Is one, of course, be thankful for what we have, the many blessings that we have been bestowed upon us, for anything we have, for the health we have, even if it's not perfect, for what we have been given in life, even if it's not a lot, just the fact that even we're alive and breathing, so taking what we can, and making the best of any situation, looking at it from a positive light, a positive note, and of course realizing that even though there are many situations which I could deem and you could deem as negative, let us try to learn from them and look at them as an experience. And hopefully there's certain things, of course, I wish never happened to anybody again. But, let us just say, even for times of disdain or displeasure or hurt or pain, even if we have lost somebody this past year, let us remember them for what they were, right? Say you lost a family member, let us remember them for the beautiful memories. Let us remember them for the Christmas memories maybe we had in the past, for all the good times you did have. And, it doesn't, of course, there might be some sadness and some, emotions to come along with that. But luckily, I'm sure we can also take the good along with the bad. So, that being said, let us reflect on the year. We'll answer some questions. We have the Q&A done. Thank you for everybody who posted questions in the Q&A on the YouTube community tab. which was a lot of it was a lot. There was actually some good questions. Sometimes the questions, admittingly, are a little redundant and overly repetitive. Um, but it was there were some good questions. That will be releasing very soon. I think we're going to pre-release that or release that first on the More Joel Hansen channel. So if you're not familiar, not long ago, very recently, in fact, we released and launched the More Joel Hansen channel, which is the going to be more of the travel channel. There's a good handful of videos on there, and now I think we're going to release the Q&A on there first, and it will appear on this channel as well, so don't worry, it will be on here. But if you want to go check that out on the More Joel Hansen channel, and you want to subscribe while you're over there, you can definitely check that out first. That might even go live. Could it go live today? Or maybe go live for the new year? What do you guys think? When should it go live? Let's see. Well, New Year's Eve is a Tuesday. That's our normal launching day. Well, to see. It is Christmas after all. Maybe I have to give you guys a Christmas present. All right. Now, let's get to some questions. Let's some questions and let's get some reflection along the way. If anybody has a memory from the channel or a memory from, maybe you were watching a certain video and something happened, or you watched a video and it reminds you of a situation, maybe there's a time where you got kicked out and cut off at a buffet, comment and let's reflect on the year together. How do you let never end up in the hospital? I actually did go to the hospital once. By myself. I did not. It's not like I had to get taken there in an ambulance, but there was one time I did go to the hospital, yeah, that was a story. That's for sure. I mean, that's a place to start. That was in, January or February. So let's reflect on the year. So let's see our travels, guys. I'll work through the travels again. I'd love to hear your guys' memories of the year of the channel. Maybe it's a favorite video or something. So I think where we started the year. So I started the year January. I was at my parents' in the very, very, very first couple days after New Year's. And then not long after that, I went to Arizona. I was in Arizona for maybe a week and a half, maximum 2 weeks. Let's say a week and a half. Because then I was on my way to Thailand. I bought myself a ticket to go to Thailand for Christmas. So on Christmas Day last year, I went and I bought myself a ticket to Thailand because I wanted to. And that was my gift to, I guess, myself. So that was cool. So Thailand was in beginning of January into February. And then we got back. Where did we go in March? March, we went somewhere. I imagine it was warmer. Maybe. Oh, in March, we went to Seattle. Then we're in Seattle in March and August. March and April. And in the middle of that, I had a wedding in the beginning of April in Mexico. And then we were in BC for a short time. And then we went to Thailand again. And then after Thailand, we went to Kuala Lumpur. I should mention all the countries we went to on the first trip to Thailand. We also did Japan. We did China. We did Hong Kong. We did Philippines. Tried to do Vietnam, but we were denied a visa. I think that was all the countries. Oh, and Korea. We did South Korea. Then on the second time, on the way to Thailand, we did Singapore. And then after we did Malaysia, and then Turkey. And then we went to the Italy, and then we went to Spain, and then we went to the UK, which brings us all the way to June, almost July. And then we were in Canada for Canada Day, I think. Yeah, and then we went to Virginia, and we were there for the 4th of July, and DC. And then we went to Missouri. And then we were home. We were in Ontario home for a month or so, which brought us to August. And then I went to visit my parents. And I feel like I went somewhere briefly, but then I went to Saskatchewan and then North Dakota. And then I went to New Brunswick. And then I went to the UK again. Then I went to Vegas. And then I went to California. And then I went to Denver. Then I went to Florida. Then I went to California again. And that pretty much almost brings us to now. Yeah, anyway, there you go. This is my whole year itinerary. Wow, that's crazy. That's a lot of travels. I've been at my house no more than 12 weeks this year, maybe more like 10. All right, enough about that. Ugh, crazy. So that's my walkthrough. Let me know any memories in between. We had somebody saying that they feel sad when we get kicked out. All you can eat fish and chips. Me too. I actually hate that. I hate getting kicked out of places. It's not fun. Some people think I want to get kicked out. I don't want to get kicked out anywhere. A beard collab in 2025. We already did a video together a few years ago. I have not been to Morocco. I have been to Montana. Great place. Place of big, was it the land of big sky or whatever the slogan is? It really is awesome. We often I say we to include you guys and me. So I could just say I went, but that's not very inclusive. So when I say we went to, let's say, I don't know, Japan, then that includes you guys coming along with me because the videos are really for you guys so that we get to share the experience. But I could have said I went. There's a few times where it's we, like I said, I went to friends with my lovely friend Alessandra to Mexico and Italy and Spain. But it's not always two or more. It is often a one. Indonesia or Bali, I would like to. That would be awesome. I don't know much about the Indonesian culture, but I'd love to learn more. You just cooked a massive festive Christmas dinner. That is cool. I'm not having a quote unquote Christmas dinner this year. But what did you cook up? I would love to hear it. Bridgend, yes, I did go to Bridgend. We went to a place called Meg's, which is a pretty cool place. What's my favorite food? Animals and tropical fruits. Merry Christmas. I will not be eating dog food. Is that a shoulder injury? I have many injuries, but which one in particular? I have been in Pennsylvania, absolutely. I've been all through the state, Philadelphia to Pittsburgh, etc. Italy, Laos, Ireland, Norway. I went to Ireland in June, and then Italy was in June. I have not been to Norway, Greenland, or Laos. Although Laos is just north of Thailand. Maybe I'll get there one day. I have had some Lao cuisine. I would like to learn a little more about the culture. A lot of it seems kind of similar to Thai, again, as it being quite nearby, but I would like to learn more about the Lao culture, as I'm sure they have lots of their own beautiful endeavors. Merry Christmas to watch you for around 2 years. Love your content. Really enjoy explaining the flavors. Thank you, Sean. I'm glad you enjoy that. That's something that I like to do. I like to share my experiences with all of you. And that's something that obviously, I can help do not only through visuals, but through videos, through vocabulary, because I like to share these experiences with all of you. Come to Pennsylvania, eat some traditional Polish food. I have had some Polish food in a few different places, never in Pennsylvania though. But I did go to the big Amish buffet. What's that called? Some of the smorgasbord, maybe. You guys know what I'm talking about. The biggest buffet. How much do you eat when you eat a normal meal? So I can eat a lot if I need to. I'm really bad about eating regularly throughout the day. So sometimes my meals are quite large just to get in enough food. But my prime size of meal is about 2 pounds. 2 pounds, I feel very satiated and I don't feel overly bloated or overly full or uncomfortable. If I go to 3 pounds, I do start to feel uncomfortable. 3 pounds is okay, but but anything more than two is my optimal size. I can do more. I mean, the other day, just because it was such a short day and the foods I chose were just the most, or the least calorically dense, I ate like 7 pounds of food in like one meal, which I wouldn't recommend. But you got to realize, I mean, that whole day had like probably 22 to 2,400 calories, right? The foods I'm choosing are just so low in calories and just very high in weight, right? So enjoy the tourism part after the challenges. Well, make sure you're on the more Joel Hansen uh, channel because that's where we have some really cool travels. Um, and of course, let's be honest, there is always a food aspect or to all of my content. But the More Joel Hansen channel specifically is going to expand on a lot of that travel and a lot of the prior travel content, which you would see, previously at the end of my videos. You will now see on the More Joel Hansen channel and possibly exclusively and at least more extensively on the More Joel Hansen channel. How often do I plug the toilet? I have plugged many a toilets in my life, if we're being honest. But it's Christmas. Let's not talk about that. Do I ever base a workout on what challenges you're doing? Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, kind of. So, there's times where I'll specifically eat less, maybe for a day or two. Maybe I'll do more cardio, etc. Hello from Los Angeles. Have I tried Salvadorian food? Yeah, I've had like some pupusas and stuff. I wouldn't say extensively. Do you have to practice to eat so much? Yeah, there is a lot of training that goes into stretching your stomach. I don't do it anymore. I've definitely been on the down of that. I haven't been able to train in years, just with a large series of injuries. But yeah, Rob and Jason here. Merry Christmas from Maine. When are you coming back? That's a great question. Rob and Jason, first off, Merry Christmas to you. No plans at the moment. I'm sure I'll be back eventually. The last time I was there, I guess, would have been, was it 2022 or 2023? First time I met up with Joe Burger challenging them. Probably 2022. I think so. 1 second, everybody. I'm going to grab a drink. Ugh. Okay. Greetings from Holland. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas from Nottingham. Bubba Discitso. Merry Christmas, my friend. Um, do you think your jaw muscles are your strongest asset? No, I hope I offer more in life than just my jaw muscles. But it is funny because there are many people who complain about chewing things, and I've literally chewed, meat and or foods the equivalents to boot leather for like 90 minutes, or vegetables for like hours, and or whatever. And my jaw is definitely well conditioned. Let's put it that way. Um, and compared to most people's jaw. Then again, though, why I'm not surprised, because, well, they don't eat the amount of food that I eat. How do I like pupusa? To be honest, I didn't really. It's not for me. I don't like pizzas, and to me, it was just very similar to a pizza. So I appreciate it for what it is, but I'm not into pupusas and that kind of. Again, I'm not. I don't like pizzas. I don't like pastas generally. Um, I can appreciate them for what they are. I can tell you whether it's good or bad, and I can tell you, how it tastes. But I mean, it wasn't bad. It's not like I, didn't eat it. The same as like empanadas and stuff. It's just not my vibe. But I do appreciate for them what they are, and they have an extreme importance in a lot of different cultures. I much prefer vegetables, meats, or vegetables, fruits, and animals. That's my kind of cuisine. Um, I love carbs. I eat a huge amount of carbs, but the carbs I eat come from. Well, I can speak the last. Let's see, my carb sources for like the last, let's say, 2 weeks have been almost exclusively fruit, sweet potatoes, corn tortillas, rice, if the sticky variety, pumpkin, a lot more fruit. um, Not a whole lot, but some like sugars in sauces. Um, and then vegetables, corn on the cob, eggplant. Uh, More fruit. I haven't. I don't. I mean, normally bread is a part of my diet quite a bit. I just haven't had it much in the last 2 weeks. I think I've had it probably in the last 2 weeks, maybe once or twice. But I like breads. Um, but yeah, I mean, well, here for an example, like today, even today, I had like 3 pounds of pumpkin, which is only like about 100 carbs, which is insane. When you talk about a low calorie food, like you know, talk like so. I like to. So if you want to eat large amounts of food, pick foods which are, not calorically dense. But yeah, like, but honestly, I wouldn't even call those foods that I just mentioned carbs. Like most people's definition of a pizza or a pasta, it's yeah, there's carbs in it, but it's so much fat in like it's not carbs. No one is like, oh, I just want to eat carbs. I'm going to eat pizza or pasta. And if you do, you're dumb. There's a way you could do the pasta, I'll give it that, which would be very, very, very plain with like maybe just a tomato sauce, which is like has like no extra fat in it, etc. Or noodles in some kind of a soup or on a side dish of something XYZ. But our traditional pizzas and pastas are so fatty. It's not carbs, it's fat, just calories. Are you and Alessandra in a relationship? Nope, not at all. But she is one of my best friends, and I love her to death. She's an amazing lady. I would call her like a sister. How long it take to recover from a challenge? It depends. Merry Christmas from New York, Lipstick and Sofrito. Sofrito, there's Puerto Rican right there. I like that Sofrito stuff. Mal Bassett, thank you for the super chat. Really appreciate the generosity, the gift. Who is doing? Who's Chris? Yes, Christmas. I am having alone this year. Alone, which is totally cool. The bump on my shoulder, my left shoulder, looks like an ortho injury. This is my left shoulder. You mean this? No, that's just a light. It's just maybe the way it was. That's just bone. I have a scar. I have a scar there. I don't know. No ortho injury. I think I have like the same on the right. Just we can't really see it with the light. Just a bone. Merry Christmas in Texas. Oh, Nike Fit, how have you incurred so many injuries? Just because I always push myself to the extremes no matter what I do, and it's always too much. When I come back to the UK, I mean, I was just there in October. How to feel to fail on failing at a challenge. And the 9-foot lobster roll video. I honestly thought I was going to fail that. So, sorry everybody, but I did fail at failing. Happy holidays. Fun question. If a quesadilla got into a fight with a grilled cheese sandwich, who wins and how? The quesadilla wins just because quesadilla has meat in it generally. So it has some more protein, aka has more muscles. And quesadillas are delicious. Real or as real of a quesadilla as you can get. Delicious. Grilled cheese just like fluff and puff. Ain't bad. Favorite sport? The only one I really participate in besides like I do cardio, which will like run. I've really gotten into swimming recently, which I really like. But the only sport I watch is like some form of martial arts. I really like mixed martial arts, like the UFC. Then I like to lift weights, but I wouldn't really. I don't know. Is weightlifting a sport? I mean, Olympic lifting is, but I don't do that. And it's not like I power lift or anything like that. So, love your videos. Merry Christmas. Thank you to you. Yes, my back looked like a Ninja Turtle after all that cupping. Which that extensive video will come out in the end of the buffet UK video, which I just edited. Where I got some wet cupping done. That was an experience, that's for sure. Clifton, Don, which challenge is the most delicious or fun in 2024? Delicious or fun? That's a tough one because I mean a lot of people realize this, but some people don't. Like I eat the challenges like it's a job. It's a day of going to work. It's not like I wake up and I'm like, oh, I can't wait to go eat 7 pounds of sandwiches. Like no one enjoys that. It's not fun. You know what I mean? It's not like it's like it's probably like someone who likes to run marathons. Sure, they probably enjoy running the first like 5 miles of the marathon, but it hits a point where they're kind of like looking at their watch and they're like, if that happened to end, I probably wouldn't be sad. So you can enjoy it. You can still enjoy the experience. Like I said, I can enjoy any experience, good and bad, but it's not like you don't enjoy it the same way as you do like sitting down for a nice, delectable, casual meal. Um, but fun. I mean, I did challenge with Leah this year, which was a lot of fun. Actually, that same trip, I did a double breakfast challenge, which was a lot of fun. Um, Sometimes just the staff experiences make them fun. I mean, quite memorable. I did another breakfast challenge, which the video just got edited. The second trip, which was a lot of fun, actually, I'll give it that. Um, what else was fun? A lot of the Arizona videos I did or challenges I did and whatever earlier this year, I really enjoyed. Um, I went to a buffet this year, which was a hell of a lot of fun. That video just is getting edited. Also, man, I loved that buffet. That was awesome. It was a video where I remember I commented at the time, like, "Hey, if anybody wants to guess, I'm going to a buffet. If anybody wants to guess what kind of food it is, and you guess correctly, I'll shout you out in the video." Well, no one guessed correctly, but that was a lot of fun. Um, yeah, yeah. Show shepherd's pie. Wearing same. Nick, what's up, my friend? What's a normal meal like? Depends, but as we talked about earlier, but up to about 2 pounds of food is comfortable. Any more than that, I do find it a little, and then I start to feel heavy. But up to 2 pounds of food, I can do good. How much water do I drink in a day? Probably up to about 2.5 gallons. There's definitely times where I drink less. I think the last few days I've probably drank a lot less, but probably at least like, well, when I say a lot less, maybe like it's probably at least still 6 or 7 liters, I guess. But that's pretty, like, if I'm used to doing, let's say, 10-ish liters, and you go down to about 6 or 7, it's about 30, 33%, one third less, right? So that's a bit of a drop. Um, what's fun for you outside of food? I do like to work, whether I like to or not. I work a lot. I do get to do some travel sometimes, which are fun or leisurely, but mostly I work. And I go to the gym and I eat. And when I say that, I don't mean like videos or work. Um, the eating I'm talking about is literally just like day to day normal eating. Because that takes time. I've timed it. I probably take about, like, my eating probably takes up about 2-ish hours a day. Um, like if I take all the time of my eating, that probably includes prep and or like the cooking of the meals and or whatever. But about two, oh, I hear fireworks. 1 second. Let's see if there's fireworks. Short answer, yes, there was a few fireworks. Although I couldn't really see them. You eat one meal a day, and it's about 1.5 pounds, 1 to 2 pounds, and around 2,000 calories. Holy jumpets, man. I was just explaining the other day how I ate over 7 pounds of food on 2,200 calories in a day. It goes to show the difference of food choices. That day I had 2 meals. One was probably about 2 pounds, and then the other one was 7 plus, 2,200 calories. Do you prefer making buffet videos or challenge videos? That is a great question. I mean, I would probably say maybe a buffet. It depends on the buffet, though. Like, if I'm really enjoying it and I get to eat what I want, then, like, probably that, because it's more enjoyable. Again, a lot of people realize, not everybody does, is like doing challenges, you don't get to eat the foods you want, which is another reason why, I enjoy not doing challenges and just eating normally. Like, if I'm off to and set to do a pizza challenge, it's not like I just wake up and I'm like, what am I going to do today? Oh, I'm going to eat a pizza challenge. No. Like, these things have been planned, right? It's probably planned weeks in advance. I'm going to eat pizza whether I want to or not. Casper, thank you for the kind words. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year towards you. Appreciate you. Yummy. A lot of rice, chicken, beef, and sauces. Crazy. Well, if you want a small meal, that's one way to do it. Any challenges coming in 2025? Nope, nothing planned. Because I had a really bad abdominal injury and I haven't done any videos in a very long time, I will reattempt to try to do a challenge probably in the next 2 weeks. And I hope that I can do one. Because if I can't, well, things going to get weird. Do I use Greg Doucette's cookbook? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. How much Pepto-Bismol do you take in a day? Merry Christmas. None. It's very, very rare I'd take any kind of like Pepto or anti-acid or anything like that. Sometimes, and if I do, it's probably like almost explicitly or exclusively with a challenge. But on my day-to-day, no. What do I like to listen to while working out? Great question. To be honest, over the last long time, nothing. If I do listen to music, generally I call it probably Jesus music, but that's about it. Thank you, Mandy, for the shout out. Joe, I'm glad to be one of your favorite YouTubers. Thank you so much. How to prepare for challenges? Currently, I do nothing, but leading up to it, there was lots of training. Do I have any New Year's plans? I do not. I don't even have Christmas plans. I just kind of winged it and winging it. I haven't thought as far as New Year's. Well, actually, I take that back. As of probably yesterday, I started identifying where I was going to watch fireworks. So, yeah. Do our questions bore you? No. I'm here for you guys to answer all your questions. Uh, do you destroy every bathroom? I have destroyed quite a bit of bathrooms, but it's Christmas, guys. Let's not talk too much about that. Merry Christmas, Dan. Uh, yeah, sometimes it's spicy challenges. That's where you need some Tums or some Pepto or something like that. If you want to answer Sam to failing a challenge, go watch my 1 million subscriber video. How many days do I work out? I lift 2 on, 1 off, cardio every day. How do I control your nauseous triggers? I don't have them. I've killed them through literal disassociation. Jason doesn't listen to anything when he works out. A lot of places do sometimes like to try to add to challenges because they think it's better. And and I kindly often will tell places like it's not better. If the challenge is supposed to be 5 pounds, it's not better to try to make it 10. It looks bad on you guys. I would never do a Christmas cookie eating challenge. No, thank you. That sounds horrid. Challenges in India. I do like Indian cuisine, and I actually tried to go to India this year. It was because India actually, it was a lot to get a visa, even if I just wanted to go for a day. And so it's actually why I ended up in Turkey rather than India. I did try to go, but it didn't happen because visas. So the hardest challenges involve lots of bread. No, not always. Some of them, yes, but not always. I would say lesser so than not. Lesser so than so. I have choked a couple times to the point of almost needing the Heimlich. A couple times I was able to jump up and down and slightly dislodge the item. Once or twice, I was just able to kind of like I don't know, just basically just dying and able to kind of slowly breathe a little bit and maybe get some liquid and try to move things down. I don't think I've always been, I wouldn't call myself extreme in the all or nothing, but I do have a habit of probably you could I don't know if I'd call it like I don't know if an addictive personality is the right term, but like when I apply myself to something, generally I really apply myself to something, and probably sometimes almost to I don't know if I want to say an unhealthy amount, but like I'm very much a person of mind over matter. So like if I set myself, I'm going to do something, then I make sure I do it and I really do everything to my abilities to do it. Like, which is why why I've been able to push myself to where I have. Same way I haven't failed a challenge. There's many food challengers out there that they get really tough. They get in the deep water and the boiling water gets hot and they just give up. Oh, I can't do it. I'm going to give up. And I see it all the time. And I'm like, bro, what's wrong with you? You could have just pushed yourself. Like you have no drive. You have no whatever in life. That's not me, which is why you'll see me like push myself literally to the point of virtually dying. But no, I'm not saying that's smart or I'm not saying that's the good thing to do. It's probably the safer and better thing to actually give up and not push yourself to death. But that's just kind of push myself. When I apply myself to something, I generally really apply myself to something. Yeah, Scott choked on bacon one time pretty bad. Barbara, you're welcome. I hope you got the shirt in your right size and we changed it for you. I hope you enjoyed it. What kind of cheese do you dislike least? I don't know if it counts, but I like cottage cheese. Does that count as cheese? I like cottage cheese. I like ricotta cheese in certain applications. Mm, I like queso fresco in certain situations, like sometimes on a little bit on a lotte or something. Um, Cream cheese, very, if that's considered cheese in certain applications. Um, hmm, those ones that come to mind. Do you ever want kids or settle down? I'm sure I will settle down. Yes, I will be settling down definitely sooner than later. Settling down maybe isn't the right term, but slowing down a little bit. Like this year was just crazy for travels, and it was through this year that I like really grew an appreciation for just like it doesn't matter where it is, but just to like be in one place for like a couple weeks or a month is a lot nicer than living out of a car for months on end. Going to a new place every day or two. Um, yeah. So, last name is Danish butter cheese. I've never tried butter cheese. Merry Christmas, Jim. I'm not the biggest goat's cheese person myself. Some people do like it. I've had it in a few times. Maybe it's okay, but not enjoyed it. Hunt's Heinz or whatever it comes to is ketchup. I'm actually not a ketchup lover. Some people think I'm just obsessed with ketchup. I'm really not. I just use it as a tool in challenges because it's basically a tool every place has. Now there are certain foods I think have to have ketchup. If you're gonna have French fries, you need to have them with ketchup. If you're gonna have a burger, it has to have ketchup on it. But I would go with a Heinz if I had to pick a brand. Um, Ronnie, yeah, that was absolutely ridiculous. That was not something I would recommend to anybody, but that was pretty crazy. Um, did you do the New Market Pub or Bradford Mexican New Market Pub Remix challenges on the same day? No, nope. Spaghetti and ketchup. I've never had that, nor would I want to. Is flavor fatigue tougher than being full during a challenge? No. If you're mentally weak, yeah. For people who are mentally weak, yeah. Flavor fatigue. Oh, I'm so sick of the same flavor. Shut up. If you have room in your stomach, you can fit it in, bro. Or find a way, add a sauce, add a flavor. Anybody who ever claims something flavor fatigue, meh. Of course, you get tired of the same flavor. You'll hear me say that, like, I don't know what was it, 18 pounds of cottage cheese, guys, get a little tired. Oh yeah, fire again. I don't know if I can see him. English mustard. I do love me some English mustard. Um, Slug Burger record. I'm not sure what Slug Burger is. What got me into modeling? I did it for fun. I haven't modeled in years. I've never been a professional model. I'm not a real model. I don't consider myself a model. Never go back to modeling. There's some really funny misconceptions people have about me and modeling because there's some really like bad and absolutely 100% false about like if you like Google somebody, so you can like Google me and like Joel Hansen, they'll be like about me's, and there's like I've only ever say that I've read I don't know, let's say I've read 20 of them. There's only one I've ever read which was accurate, and I was pretty impressive. It was very impressive. All the other ones are so wrong. It's so funny, man. They're like Joel Hansen was born in middle of nowhere, California. Um, he has, I don't know, two sisters, and he was a professional model, or he made millions. I probably made I don't know, a couple $1,000 off modeling, if that. Probably not even that much. Probably that much if I include all my background work. I just did it for fun through university. Yep, the prime rib eating challenge was probably one of the hardest. Yes, flavor fatigue is for wussies. Because the question was, what's tougher, flavor fatigue or feeling full? If you literally fill up your stomach to 100% capacity, there is nothing else you can do. If it's flavor fatigue, guess what, bro? You can still be shoving food in. Merry Christmas. I like lemons, but I don't like lemon desserts very much. It is absolutely true. I just am not a real fan. No, not for me. Um, Slug burger is a combo of meat and breadcrumbs and or soybean. That doesn't sound like the best thing ever. I'll put it that way. If you're a real Canadian, why don't you say A? I suppose, for the record, I do say A. I have said it once. There's a time or two, maybe I'll say A. But why don't I say it? I don't know, because I have a proper vocabulary. There's very few. There's like a lot of places. There's like a stereotypical um, Canadian accent, and while there are people who have that stereotypical Canadian accent, I'd say it's mostly if they're from Newfoundland or from a rural part of Canada, um, to which then, you know, then you will get a lot more thicker Canadian accents. But it'd also be like assuming that everybody in America sounds are from like South Louisiana. Like it just doesn't really equate. Um, but yeah, no, there are definitely people who do say A, and the funny thing is, it stands out to me. So like, it's not like it's overly common. I wouldn't say, but like it's one thing to be like, "You want to drink? Yeah." Or just so you could say, "Yeah," but you want to drink? Eh? It sounds weird, but like if someone's like, "You want to drink A?" Like to me, I'm like, "Bro, what's wrong with you?" Like there are people that do it though. Again, generally smaller town, sometimes East Coast or select areas. But I don't think most Canadians, well, a lot of Canadians would say A, but it's not the exaggerated note that I think stereotypically. Yeah, just like not everybody in America says y'all. You know what I'm saying? Let's see. It's a dialect. Yeah, call it a dialect for sure. Love watching you grind through lovely food. Thank you for the support. Stay safe. Thank you, Anthony. Cheesecake challenge. I have basically done that, and I will never do that again. It was cheesecakes that literally caused me to stop doing dessert challenges for 99.9% of the time. Is there a challenge you won't do? There's definitely some that I've seen. I'm like, that sounds stupid. Why would I do that? Um, so probably extremely hot mustard. Eat with a spoon. I call that English mustard, I believe. Do not eat anything cooked in canola oil. Everything's cooked in canola oil that's deep fried. My last name is Danish. Yes. So you could say a Viking ancestry. Yeah, British people say fancy. It's true. Yeah, some people fancy as something. Um, Canadians say a. Some people say y'all. Greetings from Belgium. Merry Christmas. Stinky tofu challenge. So like I never just do like pointless challenges. I don't enjoy just eating copious amounts of food, like I said earlier. Tough watching you eat hot, peppery food. Sometimes the spicy challenges are they're kind of like they're kind of like I always I kind of get into this. I'm saying I'm excited to do this, and I'm like, but am I? I don't know. Sometimes they're fun. Sometimes they are painful though. Yeah, the Facebook brought me that one bar. That was no. I've definitely done some big kebab challenges, ice cream challenges. Ice cream challenges are actually really, really, really easy, but they make you feel horrible. Mm, I've not been to Australia. I'd like to go. Santa and Cookie Milk Challenge, no clue what that is, but I would never do it because I don't just do random, pointless, large consumptions of food and videos. Which is why I don't enjoy doing home videos and no one likes to watch them anyway. Nikki, hope you're doing well. Merry Christmas down in Brazil. Huge was my biggest challenge. The huge ribeye video with giant sides. It'd be one of the biggest ones, but no. Yeah, I have been obese. I was obese as a child. I weighed 160 pounds when I was 8 years old. Hot dog eating contest in New York. Yeah, Nathan's sure. I'd like to do that one day. It'd be fun. Possibly if I could. Not like I'd win or do well, but just to say I did it. Do I fast before a food challenge? Yep. You can call it that. No, it won't shrink your stomach. Sue, woo, Sue, Merry Christmas. I appreciate you and thank you so much for super chat. It's good to hear from you, Sue. It's been a long time. Hope all is well. I do monitor blood sugar levels, and nope, I do not use insulin. Christmas, we were here hanging out by ourselves, y'all. Yep, me and Leah, we tried to do another video. We did one earlier this year. We tried to do another one, but something came up. Comments to the chef for sure. First video I watched was the Las Vegas Okie lobster tails. That was a time. Man, what did we eat? Like maybe 50? 50, at least 50 lobster tails? It's a lot. South Africa would be fun. Allergies to food? No, but there's definitely a few kind of food intolerances. Thank you, Chad and Anita. Merry Christmas to you as well. Royal Fitness from Chile. Shout out to you in Chile. When you monitored hot dog eating contest. I'm not sure what you monitored hot dog eating contest. I'm not sure. What maybe pierced my ears back in the day, that was a cool thing. I was kind of maybe in like punk music and stuff. In fact, would I do it again? No. In fact, actually, I almost decided to take them out for a while. I took them out because when I take them out, like, right, so like you take it out, right? That's what it looks like. But even if I have it out for about a day, probably even less, 12 hours, let's say a day, like the skin contracts to about 50. So like that's the size, right, which is the size of my earring. By tomorrow, it looks about half the size. Like it contracts, right? So one time I had him out for about 2 or 3 days, unintentionally, and I mean they got to at least half the size, if not even like maybe 2/3, 40%, and I was like, maybe I'll just leave them out, and I almost did, but I decided to put them back in so I could kind of think about it. But yeah, so who knows? But yeah, no, something I did, like we all do in our youth, and geez, I mean, I did that. Pierced him what? probably 16 years ago. So it's been a while. Indian food challenge. I have done many. Feel free to check them out on the channel. What food are you most excited for to smash in the future? None. Eventually, I hope to get a rain check with my parents to have a turkey dinner, like a Christmas dinner, maybe in a couple months. So that's probably what I would like to do. But I will never. I don't know. There's no real foods I want to smash. Nope. I feel content. I'm very happy in my life. Misi challenge? Not sure what Misi is. Romanian traditional food. I like trying all kinds of foods. Thank you, Lisa. Happy holidays and Merry Christmas to you. Lobster rolls. Yeah, lobster rolls are good. Fun fact, I've never actually seen the Die Hard movies. None of them. 0%. But I do know they are associated with Christmas often. I have not tried surströmming. That's the fermented fish. I have tried other fermented fishes in different cultures, and it wasn't bad, but the surströmming apparently is very not good. I'm so glad you blew up and are getting the recognition you deserve, brother. Keep the good content. Thank you, Nixta. Appreciate the support throughout the years and the endeavor. If you guys want to check out the new Joel channel, this is the more Joel Hansen channel. Again, your Q&A videos, which you just submitted, that will be going up on there first before it appears on the actual Joel Hansen channel here. So if you want to get a head start, go over there and subscribe and wait for that notification to come maybe as early as today. Or if it's not today, maybe tomorrow. Who knows? It'll be coming pretty soon. So just to give you all a heads up. Why isn't that there? Let's see. Okay, there we go. Try it again. Okay, there we go. Perfect. I would love to fight with you. That sounds horrible. I'm not into fighting. Fighting, no one should ever fight. Who's my mentor? Who inspires me? Jesus. And there's lots of people out there that inspire me through words. Off the top of my head, I can't really think of any right now, though. But there's lots of good people out there. Do you ever get recognized on the streets? Absolutely. Merry Christmas to Jacques. Skinless type of sausage, not kebab, and you eat it with mustard and bread. That sounds delicious. I've had similar. Is it also in Turkish cuisine by chance? I've had something very similar in Turkey. How many languages do I speak? Only fluent in English. Yo hablo poquito español. Sometimes the amount of Spanish I speak actually, or I can understand. I don't want to say it impresses me. That's definitely not true, but I'm always very thankful that I can speak the small amount that I have. And then probably beyond that, I speak like 5 words in Thai. And I don't know any other languages at all. How to get ready for a challenge? I don't do anything, but for years there was a lot of build-up. What do I think about Canada's prime minister right now? Well, they passed some laws that they can that has basically eliminated the free market and free speech of content creators. So, without saying anything, um, uh, I'll just save my words. You can take that as you will. Put it that way. Do I have a significant other? No, I do not. It'd be virtually impossible for me to have a significant other. I go on dates, have some casual dates, etc., with people. But you guys got to realize, I have been in like my house for 10 to 12 weeks this whole calendar year. So in 12 months, I've averaged 1 week or less. And some of those months, like in some of those weeks, like 1 week was like I was home all of August. That's 4 of those weeks, right? So that means even many months I was not home at all. So no, it would be virtually impossible to actually have a, serious relationship, as you just are never going to see them. And I'm not really looking for one right now because I'm too busy. Um, yeah. Have I been to Greece? Nope. And I wouldn't want my significant other to travel with me because they wouldn't enjoy it. It's no fun. My work trips are no fun. It'd be like driving X amount of hours to be at a restaurant for 4 hours to get a video, which is like 20 minutes in the end. And then there's nothing else the rest of the day I can do. So it's no fun. My work trips are not fun. So I wouldn't, I don't even think anybody would want to do that. They'd have to have no life or just be able to be very satisfied with themselves. And that's hard to come by. A lot of people are not so self-fulfilled. They really need attention, and they need relationships, and they're clingy, and they need somebody in their life for, I guess it's like, whether it's comfort or verbal affirmation or some sort of affirmation or self-worth, or because they feel lesser than like a whole, like I don't know. But no. Big pancake challenge. I've done big pancake challenge. I don't know which one. Beard failed. Um, Spain, Mallorca. I'm not sure, but I went to Sevilla and it was beautiful. This generation is different. What do I see yourself doing in the next 5 years? Not doing this. Maybe, hopefully, still doing YouTube. I like to continue to do YouTube as much as I can in some capacity, but definitely won't be doing competitive eating. Denny's challenges. I'm glad you liked that. That was a lot of pancakes. Never would I do that again. Unless you mean the breakfast one. The breakfast one I enjoyed. There was an all-you-can-eat breakfast one, which I actually enjoyed because I like eggs and that kind of stuff. There's the pancake challenge at Denny's. I did not enjoy that too much. Too much. Honey Monster. I'm not sure what Honey Monster is, but thank you, Yancel. Appreciate the support. And yes, hot sauce is delicious and ketchup. Do you listen to any podcasts? Yes, I do. A couple. Colorado Springs. Thank you, Stephen. I was in Denver earlier this year, and it was awesome. Yeah, I ate eggs and bread at the Thailand buffet for sure. A runny yolk is amazing. Generally, and so I generally adapt. After that trip, I learned to adapt it a little bit more. So I only knew it as eggs and bread or eggs and toast. But then I learned to kind of adapt a little more to the culture in the region. So a soft runny yolk with tortillas is like a warm tortilla is amazing. With sticky rice with the soft runny yolk is also amazing. Arguably, probably the best. Better than bread, which with bread it can still be absolutely delicious. Tortillas absolutely delicious. Yeah, yo hablo poquito español. You're challenging yourself to eat as much junk food as you can. I mean, I wouldn't recommend that, my friend. Worst food poisoning? Probably when I served raw chicken wings. One of them, or when I came back from Cuba a couple of years ago. Uh, I do a lot of exercise, and I don't eat the same way I do off camera. Sugar puff cereal. Okay, interesting. Donna, yeah, no, totally. I appreciate you watching the videos. There's a lot of individuals who have had gastric surgery of some sort that like to watch the channel. Do I like McRibs? I've only ever had one, probably about 15 years ago, so I don't even remember really what it tastes like. Traveling around the world, experience different cuisines would be awesome. Yeah, that's something more which would be in the future, 100%. Because I can't do the challenges. I do enjoy most of the foods. To be honest, there's very, very, very few items that I eat that I really don't like, or at least I can find joy in them. Like, put it this way: I don't like pizza, but I can still find joy in eating a pizza. If it's a good pizza, I know what makes a good pizza from a bad pizza, right? I can be objective. I can tell you. I can describe it. But most foods, I'm very lucky that I enjoy most foods at least to a certain extent. There's again, it is very few times that I eat something and I'm like, and if I do, it's probably because it was rotten. Let's be honest. Do I play Pokemon Go? No. Do you ever catch girls looking in public? Yeah, but I mean, everybody looks at everybody in public. Gain fat? I do gain fat. Um, Red currant jelly on crackers. That sounds delicious. Merry Christmas, Amy. If I was going to eat a pizza, it is absolutely thin crust. I'm not a thick crust person at all. I think no. If you had your own restaurant, what would be your daily special? It would rotate. Yeah. Um, really, you've never had Wendy's? I actually, Patty, if I'm going to pick fast food, Wendy's would be one of my choices. Not that I ever eat or choose fast food, but if I was in a bind, I had to pick between, like, let's say Wendy's or McDonald's or whatever. I'd go to Wendy's. I probably, honestly, what I'd get is probably their chili. Chili's solid. Probably their grilled chicken sandwich, which is also solid. Um, yeah. So I mentioned tacos in Mexico. What is delicious? I love tacos. Merry Christmas from Torquay. Hey, I've been down there a lot. Peyton area. Alex is eating lamb. Hope you enjoy it. Adam, thank you for the support. Glenn, go watch Go watch my 1 million subscriber video. Merry Christmas from Quebec. 10 pounds of pumpkins. I'm not sure. I don't want to eat 10 pounds of pumpkin 10 ways. I'll casually eat 3 pounds, and that's enough. Like I did today, casually eat 3 pounds. I ate 3 pounds yesterday too. About a 6 pound pumpkin. Yeah. Now you got me thinking. I'm not sure about what. Favorite dessert? Fruit. Does that count? I have done Jamaican food challenge. Thank you, Brandon, for the support. Woo! Favorite type of tacos? Probably an El Pastor, if I had to pick one. I do love pineapple, and I actually only like it raw. I can eat it cooked. I don't like it. No, it has to be raw. Hopefully with some chili and polvo and maybe additional sweetener. But I love pineapples. It's one of I think like arguably some of the best fruit. Never saw you eating stroganoff, like a beef stroganoff, like a stew. I've had that many times. Best competitive eater with false teeth? I don't really know of any. Scandinavian Christmas bread, toasted butter, yum, delicious. Hope you have a lovely day. Alice, I think I just answered your restaurant question. Stinky and Tinks says, "Me and my partner will have to catch you when you're done. When you are down, and say hello." Hello. Merry Christmas from Ohio. Hello, hello. Hope to get to the Columbus, Ohio, in the end of February into March at the Arnold Classic. Come by the expo if you want to see me there. From Philly, should I go to Angel's for that cheesecake? Not gonna lie, I do recall that being a very delicious cheesecake. Hani Jafar, woo, thank you so much for the support. Ricky J Sports, what's up, man? Hope you are well. Merry Christmas. Sure, I'd be happy to collaborate with Matt. Food critic when you retire. Maybe inadvertently. I mean, definitely there will be some food, some travels. Check out the more Joel Hansen channel. Did you like the spiced bread at IKEA? What was the spiced bread? Was it the dessert? Hi, I'm new to your channel. Can I donate some money to you as a Christmas gift? Audio only content. That would be amazing. I would very much appreciate that if you would like to. You can do it as a super chat or in the description. You should be able to find some PayPal info. Feel free to do that. No one has to give, but anytime people do give, like all the funds from the super chats, all the funds from PayPal gifts, etc., any money you guys give directly to me is 100% invested into the channel, like 100%. I make sure I put that, like it's all put aside. It doesn't go into some account or my wallet. I don't spend it on nothing. It is 100% invested into the channel, which ultimately gets you guys more content. We get more experiences. We get more videos. We get more XYZ. So if you'd like to support the channel, please feel free to do that. And it is much appreciated. And all of your support is appreciated, regardless of how you support. Honey mustard and hot sauce. That would be, I do like me both those things. Best pineapples had are Costa Rican, Ugandan, and West Indies. Costa Rican pineapples are pretty dang good. Tell us about your other channels. What to expect from each of them? Absolutely. So this is the Joel Hansen channel. The original Joel Hansen channel consists explicitly of food challenges, and/or we'll call them some buffet challenges, but extreme eating, in other words. We then have the More Joel Hansen channel, which is that one, the link right there. We just linked. The More Joel Hansen channel includes travel, lots of travel. It's actually a travel focus. And it also is more about life and outside of travel. Like we're gonna have videos from. I went to SeaWorld. You're gonna get a SeaWorld video on there. There's videos of me like going to the 7-Eleven in Mexico. It is the crossroads of food, travel, and personal life. So if I was ever going to do a video, let's say about the gym, it would be on the More Joel Hansen channel. And life, it's life. It's the More Joel Hansen, right? So it's encompassing of all other endeavors. Then we have the Joel Hansen Raw channel. Hopefully that worked. That might not work. Did that work? Hold on. Let's see if that link worked. Yes, it did. Then the Joel Hansen Raw channel, which similarly features the food challenges and the large eating events, but in a more raw fashion. So they're more unedited. So you don't have the voiceover, you don't have music. You get to hear actually what the restaurants are saying, the conversations they're having with the staff. You get to a lot more experience things of really what went on. Versus kind of a director's cut final piece. You get a more like experience, like you're actually there. Some people might say it's closer to a mukbang experience, but yeah, that's definitely that. So definitely check them out, guys. Definitely check them out. Appreciate y'all. Best stomach capacity? Nope, absolutely not. Alif Hatim. Very hardworking, handsome man. Thank you. Respect to you as well. Hello from Australia. You from Buffalo, New York, or Rochester, New York? Also, are you a Bills fan? I'm from neither, and I don't follow football. But I have been to Buffalo and Rochester many times, and great people in that area. Are you a one-man wrecking crew, or do I have editors? With the exception of the last couple months, I've done pretty much everything all by myself. I do have an editor, which I've been working with to help some, but I still edit lots of videos. I just finished editing one myself. Audio only content. Ooh, thank you for the support. Stew in the crock pot. That sounds delicious. I like me some chicken and veggies and spices. That sounds delicious. All right, everybody. We've been live for an hour and 20 minutes, which is pretty impressive. I think we'll go till about 1:30, like an hour and 30. So we got about 9 minutes left. Yeah, guys. So, do I play sports? Nope. But I like to go to the gym. Would I prefer a trip to a beach or to an urban city? It would depend. We have to get a little more specific. Top 1, 2, or 3 food challenges. Can't pick them. Done too many. Hot Wings challenge. Do I need to do another one? I do. Do I have any more spicy videos coming up? I'm trying to think. We just released the spicy sandwich one. Maybe we'll have to go do a spicy challenge. Maybe just for you, I'll look into a spicy challenge. Maybe. Chicken and dumplings. That sounds delicious. Clifton, woo! Thank you so much. Stay happy, healthy, hungry. Appreciate y'all. Merry Christmas from Dublin, Ireland. Hello, I was just there earlier this year. Feliz Natal. Feliz Navidad. Merry Christmas, my friend. Thank you, Leo. Just gone on, so I wasn't sure if it was answered, but favorite and worst foods. Favorite foods, tropical fruits, veggies, and animals. Worst foods, overly fried things, just junk food. If you're ever in northern Mississippi / Western Tennessee, US, let us know. I'd be happy to be a guide. I don't want to be on camera or any shoutouts. Thanks, Jason. Yeah, I've been there. When was the last time I was in Tennessee? 2023, about May 2023, so about a year and a half ago. I was in Tennessee for like, what, 2 or 3 weeks. And we did Kentucky as well, which was really cool. Yeah. Coming to Calgary. I actually had a layover in the Calgary airport in September, but no other plans. Given any nicknames on my travels? I mean, the model versus food is a nickname. But nope, no nicknames. Merry Christmas. No, I'm definitely not 10% body fat. Heck no. Probably like 15 to 17. Yeah, I've been to the East Coast many times, New York City, New Jersey, etc. Last time I was in New York was March. March? I was there for sure in March. I might have been there one other time, though. Since. I don't recall. I was there once since. When was that? Definitely March, and I feel maybe since for a day or two. When is Alaska? That is a great question. But be shady. I would like to do Alaska this year. I do need to wait for it, like this coming year. It's 2025. Crazy to think about 2025. But I do want to wait till it warms up. So I guess if we're going to go to Alaska, it would have to be this summer. So yeah. Why aren't I with the fam? Because they are halfway across the world, everybody. I am not with my family. We have a alone Christmas this year, but I don't say that in any bad way, just being objective. Big Pie in the Sky, Carbochon, Marietta, Georgia. I have been there and I did that years ago. That was actually a pretty delicious pizza. Um, Abdominal injury, sure. So I've had two. It depends what you want to talk about. So I had a muscular tear to an abdominal muscle in my abdomen, um, like again muscular tear, right? That is a muscle. That is a tear, right? A very physical attribute. So that happened in early October. Yes, eating related. Prior to that, for the last about 2 years, also somewhat eating related, I have had and still have chronic neuropathy, which I'll say in my abdominals or kind of in my ribs. So I've been living with chronic pain in my ribs, um, which there's been too many specialists, etc. Yeah, I don't know. I probably need to get the nerves ablated, which is not a easy or a short process. It seems to be keep going on for forever, and healthcare in Canada is horrendous. So it's never really getting anywhere, to be honest, even after years of us being specialists and stuff. But so two issues: the chronic neuropathy, constant pain for 2+ years at this point, and then we have the actual more recent muscular abdominal tear. The abdominal tear is what I'm trying to heal right now, because it's pretty bad. Favorite cut of steak? Honestly, probably a strip loin. I do enjoy a ribeye, which is basically a prime rib steak, very like basically the same cut. If it's done right, very good. No, I'm not cutting my nails. I was playing with these little things. Um, but probably consistently a strip loin, not a sirloin, a strip loin, because it is a lovely amount of fat content, but it's still quite lean, like compared to a ribeye, at least in the sense of like it can have excellent marbling, but it generally won't end up with like these some again ribeyes and prime ribs can just have these massive globs of fat, and if it's not cooked properly, so it's rendered and delicious, it's just too much, you know. So that'd be my favorite cut of steak. So Delmonico, that's a ribeye, which again can be delicious if it's done right. I'd say it's my favorite. If it's not done right, no. Can't afford a gym. What home exercises do you recommend? So there's everything from chin ups, pull ups, all the body weight exercises. Depending where you live, there's also a lot of places that sometimes have like park equipment, like a lot of monkey bars and stuff at parks, so you can take advantage of things like that. Thank you, Nikki. Longest amount hours or days you've fasted. I mean, there's been so many days that I've inadvertently probably fasted for 30 plus hours, but I never intend to. There's probably been once or twice, maybe I've gone like 2 days. I don't think it would have been ever any more than maybe like 40 hours. Definitely no more than about 45. Um, but like it never intentionally, but just like time zones and blah 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 blah. Many times over 30 hours. Black diamond steaks. I've heard they are great, but I've never tried them. Strip loin's off called the butcher's cut. I'm not sure about that terminology, to be honest. Tell me about workout splits, upper, lower, off. Sorry, not upper, lower, off. Push, pull, off. Sorry, guys. Push, pull, off. Comments to the chef. I do like to. It does come out. Native American restaurants. That would definitely be cool to visit. A good prime rib. I agree. A good prime rib is delicious. Mutton curry. Yeah, I've had some mutton curry, which has not been bad. Tell us more about government health care and how bad it is. I will not. Like I said, Canada has some laws which they can bump content to their liking, and or why Facebook and Google have stopped showing Canadian news to the world. So I won't get into the government, but yeah, hope for some change. I have been to Fogo. Sorry, I've never actually been to specifically to Fogo de Chao, but I've been to about 100 similar Brazilian restaurants. Um, that being said, guys, I'm going to answer probably 2 or 3 more questions, and then we are getting off here. We've been on for a good hour and a half. Reigning champion of Christmas side dishes. That's so tough. I would probably say like a kind of depends what you're having. If you're having turkey, I might say stuffing, but I think overall, but that's like other. I'm gonna say either like a vegetable of some sort, or if I'm going more gluttonous, like a sweet potato / sweet potato casserole kind of thing. Yeah, I do like foie gras. It's very good. Weirdest thing to eat in a food challenge. Weird is all just really subjective, so I can't really answer that. Corn casserole. That sounds delicious. All right. Well, Merry Christmas, everybody. Hands down, my favorite go-to beverage. Any kind of sweetened flavored beverage I love. I love the Mexican sugar-free tangs. These are delicious. Those are my favorite kinds of flavored beverage packages. If it's a soda, I really enjoy like a diet and or like Pepsi, you know, Pepsi zero sugar kind of thing. Um, but yeah. So that, guys, of course, next time, say happy, hungry, happy eating. Really appreciate you all. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays. We'll talk to you guys soon. If we don't talk to you before New Year's, which I think we will. Happy holidays. Merry Christmas. Crazy about 2025 coming in. Hope you enjoyed that, guys. And at that, till next time, have a lovely day. And again, really appreciate you guys. Merry Christmas. Hope it's all well. Blessings upon you and your families for 1,000 generations. I wish you peace, happiness. Think about me today when you're eating. Enjoy your family, enjoy your friends, enjoy your time. I love you guys. Till next time.